Annalise from True Voice Content.
Hello. So we are streaming live to you today to discuss why is content strategy important for your business. So my name is Anita Wong and I'm a digital visibility strategist and digital enabler. And I have brought Annalise on today to talk about why content is important with your strategy, not only on Facebook and Instagram, but all over. But we are specifically looking at Facebook and Instagram today. So Annalise, would you like to introduce yourself?
So I am Annalise from True Voice Content. I have been creating content for business owners for about 5.5 years. And I also mentor female entrepreneurs to get out of their own way to actually create the content in the first place. So that is what I do, and I love it.
Brilliant. So tell me a little bit about why you think having a structured content strategy is important.
It's important because if you are just logging on in the morning and you think, I've got something to say today, I need to go and say this, but you haven't got your intentions or your financial goals or how many people that you want to help behind that, then what happens is it kind of like, although it's got energy behind it, it kind of like goes into the ether, doesn't it? It's like kind of disappears and there's no real intention behind it. Yet with content, you know, you've got to know who you help, you've got to know what the problem is that you solve, you've got to know how they're feeling, you've got to know how they want to feel, you've got to know why you want to do it, because otherwise there's no structure to your content. And when you haven't got structure, then it's not really helping you achieve your intentions, and it kind of becomes a little bit wishy-washy. And the problem is it's so flipping noisy out there. Like, so many people create content and it's not getting seen. And it doesn't mean that you have to post 10,000 times a day. It doesn't mean that. It just means that the more you've got structure to it and the more you know those basic details, then the more you're going to get seen and the more people start listening to you. And that is why it's important.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So we've got Aviva watching here on Facebook. So do let us know if you are watching us today. We are live streaming to quite a few channels, so we will try and keep up with all the comments as they come in. We're using Restream to do this. So we're going to go into how you can actually utilize your content. So one of the reasons that I've asked Annalise to come on the call today is because I've actually commissioned Annalise to write some content for me for my new Facebook and Instagram stories program. And one of the reasons that I've done that is because a lot of the clients that I've worked with recently and people in my group find that actually creating the content is one of the hardest things that they do. And to do, basically. So they're not sure how to create that hook or highlight the pain points or actually discuss the solutions or actually do a call to action. So Annalise, how do you find that like utilizing content, say like on your Facebook page, differs from your stories?
It differs because it can be longer. So there's so many options available on your Facebook business page. A lot of people come and say, oh, do I need a business page as well as my personal feed? I always recommend that you do, because even if you are not doing Facebook adverts yet, there will become a point in your business where you want to have that exponential growth. So you have to have a backlog of content on your business page. But with stories, it's a really great opportunity, particularly if you're not a wordy person like me, like I can talk for England, this live stream will be going for like 3 hours. If you're not a wordy person, you really struggle with content and you're more of like a bullet point person, you can get great stories across in a really short, sharp way that get the point across to your audience. So, you know, I mean, I know like Anita, you are fabulous at helping people with the techie side of stories and helping them really, you know, get themselves out there. But, you know, if you just like posting 4 segments in your stories a day, you can tell people like who you help, what you help with, the solution, click the link in my bio. And it can be as simple as that. And when you do that consistently and you keep showing up, then you're going to grow your audience at the same time. And that's why stories are fantastic. They're really short, they're sharp to the point. It's so noisy out there, so people don't want to read a hell of a lot of detail all of the time. And it can just highlight what you do really, really quickly, so it captures their attention and they can take immediate action.
Brilliant. So one of the reasons that Annalise is so passionate about stories is because she's been working with me for her stories as well. And one of the things that I find is that when you as like the audience go to have a go at doing Facebook stories, or they go and have a go at Instagram stories, they're not quite sure like what to do, how to post, what sort of discussions to have on stories. So what we've done with the content, and how when you've got energetic content, means that because stories are very spontaneous and you can post at any point during the day, but they only last for 24 hours, it means that it makes it a lot easier for you to actually post when your energy is up. So if you've got this content blueprint, which is what we're going to provide you, it helps you you can look at it, get some ideas, spend a bit of time thinking about how you want to incorporate that into your stories, and then go off and do the stories a bit later. So if you're watching and you would like to let me know whether you've used stories before, so let me know if you've used either Instagram stories, or you've used Facebook business page stories, or even stories on your Facebook profile before. Let me know in the comments below what types of stories you've been uploading, whether they've been business or they've been more social, like maybe snaps of you being out and about, or ones that we see quite often are pictures of your food and things like that. So do let me know. So Annalise, when it comes to creating content, what would you say would be the best things to do in preparation before you write your content? Because, like a lot of people say, you do have to plan your content. There's no doubt about it. And obviously, when you're busy business owners, we do have quite a timetable to stick to. So creating content in advance is also really important, because then you're guaranteeing that you're showing up at least once a day on your Facebook and your business page. So how could you help somebody actually do that? How do you think this content would help them?
So I always say to somebody, if they're struggling, to create content, there's a couple of things why that's happening. First of all, you're getting in your own way. You're scared of being rejected. You're worried about what other people are going to think. But one crucial element that people miss is they don't know the fundamental basics of their business and their clients. Like, if you know what problem you help and you've got a real passion to help that person, then you won't struggle to create content, because you'll have so much to say and you'll have so much content to give them that will move them forward. So one thing I always get my clients to do is we strip everything right back. So it's kind of like, it's the 5 basics. It's what you do, who you help, what the problem is that you solve, why you do it, and what is your solution, basically. And when you know that, and you can get a very straightforward content template that you can follow every single day, then it's really easy to get content out there. And, to have, 90 days worth of content templates, which is what I've created for your course for your clients, is fantastic. Like, no one has that opportunity. These are actually pre-written content templates where all you have to do is fill in the 5 basics of your business. You don't even have to think about what to write. The template is there to be copied and pasted. And these are compelling content templates. So these will speak to your audience no matter what you do. And all you have to do is, when you fill in that initial introduction workbook with your basics, it will have something simple like problem will be in capital letters, and you literally fill in the problem that you solve, and the content template is there written. But not only that, underneath that content template for your social media platforms is a story template as well. So you've got 4 segments basically for your Facebook and Instagram stories that are a breakdown of that content template. It is so straightforward. It is like fail-proof to actually get your content out there every single day. And I know we've done it, haven't we? We've done days 1 to 90, but the reality is that actually you can mix and match these templates up. So the things about energetic content is you've got to feel good in your post, right? Because if you feel really loads of asterisks, when you post every day, then your audience are going to feel it. It's a little bit like when you walk into a room, right? Say, Anita, you came onto this live stream today and you were like, I'd be able to feel that, and you wouldn't even have to say anything, would you? So energy is felt. So if you feel really shitty when you're posting content, your audience are going to feel it. Now, if you're an influencer or a business owner that are helping people, who the hell's going to want to join you? They're not, are they? They're like flipping out what she's doom and gloom. I'll move on to the next person. So the great thing about these content templates is that you're going to be able to read them all And do you know what? If day 1 doesn't fit with you and you think, actually, I feel better about day 10, then go to day 10 and copy and paste that onto your feed, put it with an image. It's done. And when you've got your intention for your social media goals, which I'm sure you're going to go through with them on this program, it's fail proof.
Yeah, brilliant.
That was a complete download of information.
And you did talk a lot, but that's fine.
I did talk a lot.
Yeah, you did. But that's really good, because we've got quite a few people watching us now. So I just want to say hello to Aviva and Sandra and Gospel and Martin. And they've all had a little go at doing stories. And Sandra says she's posted a little bit on Instagram, a little bit of Facebook. Gospel's said hello. I know Gospel does Facebook and Instagram stories, and she's also really cool on TikTok as well, because I've been watching her. I know Aviva started off, and Martin's been doing lots of lives on Facebook. I'm not sure if I've seen him in stories that much, but I'll have a little look later. But one of the reasons that I've brought out this course, so if you want to know information about this course, we'll pop the link into the first of our comments, and we'll also edit the description so that you can discover the course. One of the reasons is that most people look at stories not as a business tool, whereas what the benefits are of stories is that they are easily incorporated as a business tool as part of your Facebook and Instagram story strategy. And what that means is that you can actually get a swipe up in your Instagram stories without having to pay ad spend and things like that. And in Instagram, because there's so many different tools within Instagram, you can utilize all of those tools and really get that strategy working, so that you can start to generate leads, and you can start to generate sales and people coming to, say, like your Facebook group and things like that. And one of the reasons that there's like two sides to the coin when it comes to posting on social media. There's your goals and your intentions, but there's also the content. And a lot of people stumble over the content, which is why I asked Annalise to create this content. So even if you're a little bit proficient at stories, actually knowing what to post and how to post in a business orientated way to attract the right types of client to you is really important, and consistency is key. And that's why inside the course we've got 90 days of posts, so that you've got that consistency. And like Annalise said, not every day, you don't want to talk about the same things every day, so you can swap it around and things like that. So looking at the chat, so most people are having a go at stories and things, which is really exciting. So Annalise, tell me, how's your journey been with your stories? How are you finding like putting stories out there with your business, say like on Instagram or Facebook?
I love stories. Like, I think before I met you, which is quite a while ago now, before I met Anita, I had like this kind of like technophobe thing. Like, I love writing and I love creating content, and I can do it, and I am good at it. I get people's sales right. But the technical side for me has always been really tricky. And for months and months, I kept saying to myself, I was almost like manifesting. It's like, if I could just meet someone who can show me the technical side, then my life will be complete. And then along came Anita, and she showed me how to create stories. And it's just dead easy. It's like, you go into stories, you press the blue cross, you post, what you like, have a bit of structure to it, and it's done and dusted. And I think the thing for me as well is that, like, when you save, you'll go into this, but like when you save your pictures and your little videos from whatever app you're using into your camera roll, then you can just repeat, because, in reality, the stories last for 24 hours, like you say. Not everybody is going to see your content. And I think people overcomplicate it sometimes. Like, you can repurpose those stories, you can repost them, sort of like 2 or 3 weeks later, and different people will see them. But for me, stories has just become so easy. I absolutely adore your energy, because you motivate me. As much as I motivate my clients, you motivate me, because I need it sometimes as well. And it's easy, and it's like you really help people let their imagination run wild with what they can do. Like, the 4 segments are there. I've got into a habit of 4 segments. And it's like, just be creative with it. And I think what's really important is to show your personality. Like, you can be really fun with it. You can sell a certain thing, and you can be brilliant at a certain thing. It can help people get out of a problem. But in reality, your audience want to see who you are as well. So if it's, Anita drinking cocktails in the sunshine, me getting absolutely soaked wet through on a kayak, it doesn't matter, providing that personality is coming through. And with stories, you can really do that with little like clips and lives and videos, and pictures. I'm trying to remember everything you've taught me, so I'm in good books. But it's really, really quick as well, and you can create it on the go. Like, I don't really schedule content. Occasionally I'll do it if I'm going away from my clients. But with Instagram, I know you can use scheduling apps, but actually I quite like creating stories on the go because they're kind of more in the moment, aren't they? But yeah, it's been going well. It's going well. And I have to say, when I was on holiday for 2 weeks and you were away for 2 weeks, I was like, I really missed you. Really missed you. Because you used to give me like energy and motivation. It's like, post this today, like post that story today, and have you learned this and have you learned that? So yeah, it's going really well.
It's really cool. So Gospel just said that she struggles with the words to write, but she knows the tech. Yeah, and that's exactly what a lot of people. There's like two sides to the coin. There's those that can write, but just find that the whole techie, the whole change, the whole sort of like everything updating, and then you go to do something and it's changed, really overwhelming. And then you get those that really know what they want to say, but just don't know how to get it out there in front of their audience. So this course really will answer both sides to the coin. So you're going to get the how-to, you're going to learn how to actually use your Facebook and your Instagram for your marketing as a whole, because stories are only one part of the actual coin in a way. And stories are really good because you can put up what you want in a 24-hour period, and then after that 24 hours, they disappear. So they really give the options for imagination and, like you say, to capture that energy. So if you're going for a walk, maybe I've got a few dogs that I walk, so if I'm going for a walk and then suddenly I want to share something with my followers, I'll just do something in stories. And the benefits of it is that, you know, we have 7 days of the week, so not every day has to be a business story. It has to be about you being sociable, about you engaging with your audience, and then you drop in the business orientated structured stories in between that really then capture the essence of what you offer and go to it. Yeah, so Martin says, I can write, but I'm confused by the processes. Exactly. And that's where this story hopefully will cover everybody's needs, because I'm going to take care of all the content. I'm going to take care of all the strategy. And I've commissioned Annalise to write the content so that it's so that you can actually start practicing what you're going to do. And just to give you a brief overview of what the course actually includes, it's an 8-week training course with a 4-week accountability module. So basically what that means is that you have 8 weeks of practical how-to training that shows you how to use your Facebook and your Instagram as a business, both on your feed posts and in your stories. And then we're going to look at all the strategies around incorporating all of that together to start filling up your sales funnels, to start getting leads into your Facebook group, to start getting people on your email list, to start getting people to download your freebies. And then the last 4 weeks, which is the accountability, is actually where you're going to put all of that learnings into practice and start seeing some results, because those results will start coming because you're going to use the energetic content that Annalise has kindly written for you, and you're going to put into practice all the strategies and the how-to that I've taught you. So before we won't go on too much about this, but we just wanted to really highlight how important it was to have a rock solid content strategy approach to your social media marketing, because if you've got a way of actually expressing what it is that you offer, how you feel, how excited you are about what it is that you do, and then you've got the tools to actually implement that and share it, it's just going to be a game changer. And I'm really, really excited about it. And I'm really, really excited that Annalise has joined me on this live. And if you have any questions about what we've said to you about writing content, you know, about energetic content, about actually writing from the heart and bringing everything out, then, you know, do drop it in the comments below. Annalise and I will both come back to this video and reply to any comments that you may have. We'll also pop a link to the course inside the comments and in the description so that you can go and have a little look and check it out and things like that. So Annalise, have you got anything else you'd like to add about content, about like creating content, maybe the different types of media that maybe you like using with your content? Because obviously I like stories, I like using video and images, but is there a favorite that you have regarding what type of content?
I think, well, it varies really, you know, for my clients, obviously, but I think what's really important is not be a master of every single platform. So say, for example, I mean, I tried posting on LinkedIn for my own business for months and months, and it felt really tired. It felt really kind of low energy. And I stopped in the end because it wasn't giving off the most brilliant vibes. I mean, if someone tells you that your clients are on, LinkedIn, or they're on Facebook or Instagram, then go and listen to that and go and listen to what they've got to say. But if it doesn't feel good, you've got two choices, right? You can either get out of your own way and make it feel good, or you can leave it and you can post to the platform where actually you think, do you know what, this feels absolutely amazing to me, because that is what's going to get you results at the end of the day. So go with a platform that feels fantastic to you, because if it's going to feel fantastic to you, it's going to feel fantastic to your clients. I believe firmly that the two most popular platforms out there, I guess, for business owners like ourselves, are Facebook and Instagram. Like, they're so quick, they're so easy, they're streamlined. For me personally, I use Facebook and Instagram. There was a time when I was actually posting business stuff to my personal feed, which worked for a while, but then I moved away because it started to feel a bit icky and Facebook weren't really liking you posting business stuff to your personal feed. But now, I concentrate very firmly on my Facebook business page, and I share my business page posts to my personal story, which you've been showing me how to do, which is amazing. Yeah. And I post to Instagram as well. So, yes, understand where your clients are, but also post where it feels good. Master, I would say, 2 platforms to begin with, and really build them up. And you know what? Just reach out for help. Like, you've got 2 fantastic people in front of you, and the content side and the technical side, they're almost like a marriage made in heaven, aren't they? Because you need to know how to write words, but you also need to know how and where to put them. And I think, the program that Anita has created is absolutely it is fantastic. I know it's going to help you technically, and also you've got the content templates there as well. It's an absolute no-brainer. So go and have a look at it. I know that I think we're going to do an instruction video, aren't we, in the program?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, on how to use the content properly.
About how to use the content.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's like, because there's loads of little tips that I'm going to be sharing in the course, and there's some of the things that I do that aren't widely advertised. Like, for instance, on Instagram, sometimes like I get my energy is really high in the morning, and I get lots of ideas, and I'll source a photograph in my camera roll, and I can actually save it to my Instagram account as a draft, and that's something that a lot of people don't know is there. And then I can go back to it, add content to it, then save it as a draft again, and go back and forth to it until I feel like the time's right, and then I'll post it. And then from that, then I can look at that particular post where my energy is really high and everything is like feels really right about that post, and then take snippets from it to create the stories that I put into my business stories as well. So there's lots and lots and lots that you can learn, and there's lots and lots of little tips and tricks that I use to get my visibility up, which I want to share with you all to get yours up. So we're going to say thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Annalise, for sharing your wisdom about the content that you've written for me for the course. And thank you, everybody that's joined me. We will go back out and comment on some of the comments and questions that you may have, and we'll also drop that link to the program information so you can sign up. I will just put a little time limit on it. The doors do close on Sunday at midnight, so there is a little bit of a time limit on how quickly you need to sign up, but you can go and have a little look. And if you have any questions whatsoever, do reach out to me either by commenting that you'd like a chat, and I'll arrange a Zoom call so that we can have a talk about how it will fit into your strategy a lot easier. Okay, so thanks very much, Annalise, for joining me. Thanks everyone else, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.